Hey, what's going on, people? I met it again. Uh, I'm gonna come back at y'all, kind of recap on what I already talked about because I find this subject to be rather important. You know, because sometimes people's self worth is so low or so let me say like more blasé to them. They don't understand that a human or a person doesn't realize how their life is not reflecting what they really want or what they really desire or what they really aiming for. Meaning that if you are not valuing and having enough worth, as in disciplining yourself, understanding yourself, motivating yourself, feeding yourself with nothing but the best things, and feeding yourself in the direction of where you really want to be at, then this subject has you have to be on this daily. Meaning that you have to understand you on a daily basis. You have to try to understand you, and this is for the people who are interested or who really look at that as, you know what, that is something I probably need to do, but how do I do it? All right, it's people that can't really concentrate for a long period of time, right? So with that being said, think about this. Do it for let's just start off with 5, 10, 15 minutes. Meaning that, let's say like you driving in a car, right? Not at that time. Cause see, at that time you're driving. You know what I mean? Your eyes and your attention is on several different things. So you really can't concentrate on you as well as you need to, because consciously and even subconsciously you're not really focused. I'm saying at that point where you in the bathroom, let's say you go to the bathroom, that's that few minutes. Give yourself 5 minutes. Ask yourself important questions and I'm gonna say it like this: the questions might get more important as you move along, but just ask yourself something simple. What's my favorite color? Somebody that really have to ponder on that. Or, how much do I love myself? What do I do to show myself that I love myself? See, these questions will manifest in your life what you want from others when you can give yourself that. Meaning that, do you really, when you ask yourself how much do you love yourself, what is your language of love? What is it that love, what is it that someone does to you or does in your eyes that's a definition of the word love? And if you can see that in them, do you do that and do you apply that to yourself? Do you give yourself time? Do you give yourself the best? Do you respect you? Do you discipline yourself? Do you listen to you? Do you pay attention to yourself in those manners? Because you really got to understand that, because like I said, when you do those things for you, then your life is going to reflect that. Meaning that you're not going to really put yourself in, let's say that you do give yourself time. You do try to understand yourself. You are starting those little steps as trying to understand you. Think about when you put yourself or when you encounter with other people, see if what they're doing is going to reflect that what you're doing for yourself. And if not, just move yourself, remove yourself. Not like just get up and go, but you can start to fade out if you have a long-term relationship with somebody that's not taking you in the direction where you need to go. It could just slowly fade. Or let's just say it's somebody that you just met. And I look at that like this: if you're on a train and you're going in the wrong direction, do you sit there and wait for a few more stops, or do you immediately hit the button, get off, and get going in the direction where you want to go? It's just that simple. So if you're around somebody and they doing things and saying things that's not of your caliber, that's not something that you appreciate, not something that resonates with you, not something that reflects what you were trying to do for yourself, just remove yourself. You have nothing to prove to them. They have nothing to prove to you. And I'm not saying be, you know, uh, having no empathy towards anybody, but you are the most important thing to you. When you value you, you're going to be a great mother. When you value you, you're going to be a great father. You're going to be a great brother. You're going to be a great worker. You're going to be a great business owner. You're going to be a great man. You're going to be a great woman. You're going to be a great whatever it is that you are. You're going to be great at it because you're giving yourself, you're feeding yourself those ingredients, which is greatness, good, better, discipline, growth, knowledge, things that every man needs to be better at whatever it is that they're doing. Whatever it is, let's say you become a parent. You want to be the best parent in the world. Well, that takes a lesson. That takes discipline. That takes for you to figure out what does it take to be a great parent. Am I a great parent? What do I lack in? What can I get stronger at? What am I great at? See, these are things that we don't evaluate. We don't evaluate about ourselves, but we jump right into those situations. You know, it's people having kids, it's people jumping into relationships, it's people jumping into different jobs, it's people jumping into different situations, and they haven't even analyzed themselves first. So another thing, when you spend time with yourself, ask yourself questions, right? Because people say, hey, you know, you talking to yourself? Well, no, as long as you don't answer yourself, then you okay. But no, answer yourself too. I mean, you got to think about it. You asking yourself what it is that I can do better. And if you don't answer those, who's going to give you those answers? You're going to look to somebody else to give you an answer about you? You can analyze yourself. You can understand yourself more than anybody and work on those weaknesses. Use your strengths to develop your weaknesses. I mean, I don't know no better way to, explain that. I mean, use those things. You are valuable. You are powerful. I mean, man, I don't want this to sound cliche. Look at me. I'm a regular man. I'm telling you, only thing I did was indulge in knowledge and guidance. People who was trying to speak positivity, and not just positivity, but trying to better me by the knowledge that they find out about themselves to better themselves. No, man, I'm trying to stand on the shoulder of giants. In the same way, I want to get better. So people who coming up behind me, or my young kids behind me, I want them to have an example. Even if I don't speak things, they see my actions, and then they see that whatever I say, I do. You know what I mean? So, I got more. Plus, I always talk about my word. So you always want to value your word. This may be brand new for some people. It may be just another day for another person. But your word should be valuable. Your word should be gold. When you say something you're going to do, you do it no matter what. Because you want to make sure that what you say and what you do match. You want to make sure the video and the audio matches. Correct? So that right there is wealth within itself. Because when you speak to people and they take your word as bond, it's actually like credit. Because they know when you say something, we've come to learn about you that whatever you say, you actually do. You always want to make your words powerful. You always want to make your words valuable. You always want to make your words bond. Period. That's everywhere. Doesn't matter who, what you are. You always want to do that. So, that's just a little bit that I want to give. I have, like I said, I have plenty more things. Shout out to my nephew K. You know what I mean? My fam back home. Everybody know this. My wife, baby. I'm so sorry. I forgot to shout her out on my last video, but I do. I want to sit here and I want to talk all day, but I know people don't have this much time to just sit here and just listen forever. So I'm gonna make sure that I just keep giving little small jewels, and I have a number, right? Now the number that I gave before was the wrong number. I do apologize for that, but I want to say that this number has the recording. So you're gonna call. It's gonna tell you that Professor Q and Shy Guy. This is that line, and you can leave any type of message that you want to leave. And I want you to leave a message just to let me know that you heard me. Let me know what you would like for me to speak about on another video. You know, I want the pros and cons. See, my thing is I don't want to look at the bottom and look at the comments. I rather hear the comments, because see, sometimes reading something and somebody's intentions and somebody's delivery can be different than what I'm reading. So I want to hear you. You know what I mean? If you don't like it, I understand that, and I'm appreciative. I mean that you took the time out to let me know that it wasn't this good or wasn't that great. Believe me, I'm acceptive to all that's given to me, because I'm appreciative of somebody taking their time to even listen. You know what I'm saying? So I want to hear all the comments. I want to hear all the enlightenments. I want to hear anybody with advice. If they can give me some advice, you know what I mean? Because I'm really want to just give, and that's what I want to do, and I also want to learn in the process. All right. Uh, I I don't have no going out slogan, which I will come up with. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna say this, that nothing is worth the price of worry. Nothing is worth the price of worry. You haven't not one day ever said, "Man, I'm so glad I worried about this. I'm so glad I worried about her. I'm so glad I worry." Worry does not help you, does not push you, does not motivate you. Worry breaks you down mentally and spiritually, and let alone it's going to break you down physically. So I'm going to leave y'all on that note. Peace to everybody, and we're going to keep this going, all right? So y'all be good.